Something I've been saying a lot over the last few years is that ministry professionals are especially prone to burnout because they're most likely to overassociate their occupation with their vocation. We tend as ministry professionals to think that our job is our calling, when actually our calling is so much more and our job is just one part of it. And so, how do you begin to live a life that's fully integrated as a holistic person called by God to be yourself with work as a part of it? Well, one of the tools we use in the process that I love is we help people break down their life into four storylines. And those storylines we begin with words like health, love, work, and play. Those four words come from two professors at Stanford named Burnett and Evans. But in the process that I use, we begin to adapt them not just as domains or categories in our life, but storylines that God is writing. And you can even rename them. But the point is to understand that health, love, work, and play form a holistic life, and that you live out who you're called to be in each of those storylines in your life. There's a spiritual, physical, and emotional health to your life that's a part of your calling. There are relationships, connections with family and friends and neighbors that remind you that you are a person. There's work and the way that you make an impact in the world. Sometimes you get paid for it and sometimes you don't. But we all have an aspect of our calling that comes through in making a difference and an impact in the world. And then there's play, things you do that are just for you. And I'll tell you, this is the one I most often have to remind myself is a part of who I'm called to be. Because it's not just frivolous time that I spend playing video games, but it's me walking out a part of the identity that God has given me. And so if you find yourself nearing burnout or losing track of who God has called you to be, there's an invitation to come back and recenter on the fullness of your calling as it's encapsulated in health, love, work, and play. If you want to talk more about this or how that plays out in your life, I'd love to connect more. Feel free to reach out.